I lost a child before I had my son, and his father, you know, just didn't feel like he was ready for to have a kid, so he left me. I was a high risk pregnancy. He changed his phone number and completely left me, fell off the face of the earth, so I became homeless.
I lived at Living Grace for about 6 to 7 months, and it was the hardest time of my life. But living here, I found my voice. I found the strength, I got closer to God. And I definitely realized that life is not a game, and I have a little girl to look after. And I kind of just was forced to get it together.
My house mom was really interactive with always trying to set up like workshops. So I had a breastfeeding workshop. We had a midwife come. We did natural family planning workshop. We did, baby and me yoga workshop.
Nursing classes, they had just life skill classes they would have.
The birthing classes, the baby classes, teaching me how, hey, what do you do when your baby gets sick? How do you change the diaper really good? How do you do this? How do you even, when you're in labor, what to do, what not to do, and how to handle a situation. So
I can say that like all of the things that I did here, I still use today in my own home. Like at the time, it was really big discipline for me because I was just like, this is crazy. It's just like going constantly, and I'm pregnant. Why are they doing this to me? But today, it's gotten me really disciplined, and it's got me organized, and my daughter's life is organized, and it just really helped me.
All in all, the thing I got most from this house was just how to cope with me. I grew as a person, not necessarily how to be a mom, which they showed me by example and stuff, but I feel that in them helping me grow as a person and really face things inside of me and face my demons and the things I was battling, I was able to become a better mom because of it and teach my kids differently because of it.
I was such a picky eater. I would not try nothing. If it was not something that I liked, I did not want it. But they taught me different ways of how to eat stuff and to try to move stuff that I didn't like in. I was like, okay, I really like it. Maybe I can keep it going.
When I first came to Living Grace, I would say for about the first 3 days I didn't talk. I went to Coronado High School. I was very social. I was involved in a lot of sports and a lot of clubs. I was involved in St. Francis of Assisi Church. But being that I went through so much during my pregnancy for 9 months, it really broke me. I'm getting emotional a little bit, but it really broke me. And I kind of looked at the world like it was cold, and like it was really hard. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to love my daughter enough because of the love that I was receiving at the time during my pregnancy. But coming here, Miss Antoinette, she would not allow me to go into the room and stay quiet anymore. She had me stay out of the room, and she had me talk to the girls, and she had me, interact with them. And I really didn't want to, like that was really annoying at the time, but it allowed me to open up. It did, and the more that I kept talking and I opened up, it relieved a lot of the pain that I was going through. And then I heard all the other girls' stories, and I realized that I wasn't the only person going through that. And I always had a strong faith with God, and I knew that like all of this pain was temporary, but I didn't know if I was going to get my voice back. But I think going through therapy, through Living Grace, and talking to Miss Kathleen and Stephanie and Miss Antoinette, it just really they helped me, It was a battlefield. It was really like a battlefield. And something that Miss Antoinette had told me, a couple of therapists, they said that when you come here to Living Grace, God led you here, and He's already preparing you for the battle. And you have an army of soldiers who are Miss Antoinette, Miss Kathleen, Stephanie, the volunteers. Everybody who comes into this home is involved in that army of soldiers who are fighting for your life and your baby's life. And it's up to you to stand up and to speak up, and to work hard. And when I heard that, it kind of just prepared me for what was, what was ahead. So
feelings come up, but in the midst of that, how do we move forward? And if they don't know, then I can give some suggestions or seek out other help if they need it, but so that they can manage through that. But there's good days, and there's some days it's not as easy to push through. But if we do it together and there's support, it always works out.
You know, and Aunt Kathleen has a very open door policy if you need something. I mean, even still today, like if I go through something that's just like, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, or I'm just falling apart, I call her, you know what I mean? And so she's always right there. And then when I got pregnant with my daughter, and I had, I had told her whatever, she's like, well, I need you to come in. I need to see where you're at mentally, So she's definitely not just, just a therapist. She's very, emotionally involved, and she definitely, takes the time not to just, see you like as a patient or a client. She definitely, helps you and to understand you, to help you be a successful mom. Because a lot of kids here, or girls here, if they have their mom, maybe she wasn't the best influence, or some of them came from the system. They have nobody. They don't have a mom or a dad or a family. So,
if you're in a spot where you feel like you're not safe, that you're putting your child at risk, if you're a high-risk pregnancy and you don't have any family here, like me, and your family's not willing to help, then this would be the place to go. This is your family. They are like your family.
How so?
Well, we have meals together. Everybody has a day where they prepare a different meal and work together as a household community to do chores. They also include people in, the services, the church services, which is good. Everybody has their own beliefs, but it's nice to be introduced to that for some people who never have been. So it's very much family oriented.
I mean, I definitely am the mom I am today because of them.
If I have never come in here in the first place and even come back, I wouldn't know where I would be right now. They've helped me become the woman I am today, especially as a single mom. It's just, they've helped out so much through my attitude, me being pretty much a spoiled little brat, everything else. I am so grateful and thankful. I wouldn't even have the apartment I have today without them in the Catholic Charities program that they helped me get to.
I am just so thankful. I am overwhelmingly, wholeheartedly thankful for the love that they put into my life, into my daughter's life, and still today that they unconditionally love me and my daughter, and I have a place to come here and call home.
There's no words to thank Jock and Jocelyn and Kathleen for everything that they've done. They're just to be the change that they were to me to somebody else. That's all I can say, because there's no other words that could even begin. There's no, you understand?
Daisy, oh, she was my angel. There couldn't have been a better woman here for me. She was loving and understanding and heartwarming and just really I have no words. She the most amazing woman I probably ever met in my life. And Aunt Kathleen, that woman, man, she's a soldier. Let me tell you, she deals with so much. All these girls, all of our problems and drama and BS and everything, and she stays and she doesn't leave. And for her to put her pride and her, whatever emotion she may have, in that heat of the moment or whatever, to put it aside and still be so understanding of us girls, and dedicate so much of her time and her life, because when I was here, this was her life. And still today, I mean, a lot of it is her life. She's missed things and moved around schedules for us girls and lost sleep and came over here at 10 o'clock at night or whatever it may be for us. And, it's very, I'm sure I'm not the only girl that it means so much to, just to have somebody that you could kind of feel like you can beat up on or just take whatever out on, and she's not gonna leave. You know, she's not gonna turn her back on you. She's gonna be there, and she's going to push you and help you. And you know, may not be something what you want to do, but she's gonna help you. If she knows that it's gonna be good for you and the baby, she's gonna stay on you, and she's going to push and to try to make you the best person you can be. And so, you know, both of them, you know, they're can't say enough about them.